Every week, the last 3 weeks, I've threatened to make a yearling video, and I haven't yet. But you know what? I have them all in front of me now. I think we have them all in front of me right now. If I'm not mistaken, there's 52. If there isn't, there's a couple missing. But I'm going to run through them all right now. Absolute Euphoria was sent here privately. That's a do me that again filly. There's not really much to talk about until we get her gated and going properly. I was really happy with her when we broke her. She didn't pace at all the other day, and she may not pace for a week or so, but lots do. So at the same time, absolute Euphoria. Right now, I just want to keep her content. I don't want her getting frustrated on the track. She'll hit her gait, she'll hit the pace, and when she does, I'm interested to see what she looks like, because so far, so good with this filly. Always charming, always charming. I believe this is Chris Beaver's, the brother to Chris Beaver's filly. What's her name? Caviar Roxy Dew. If I'm not mistaken, this is the sibling to Caviar Roxy Dew. This is always charming. Looks great on the track. Looked great on the track this week. You know, quite frankly, not many of these horses don't look great. So I'll tell you what I know about them. I can tell you, Captain in the Air, I know I'm going to castrate him. He's a nice colt, but at the same time, he's a big, strong bugger, nipping a bit, squealing a bit. I am. You know, I've taken it all in and thought about it. I can tell you right now, there are 10 horses that will be castrated in the next 6 weeks at Tomiko Training Center in the Top Barn, starting with and including Captain in the Air. He's not any sort of offender. He's not dirty, but at the same time, striking and squealing and stuff, that's going to come to an end very soon. And he'll get right back to work quickly after that. So Captain in the Air. A good-looking horse, big, strong colt, but at the same time, we want to make sure that big and strong doesn't turn into angry and dangerous. So we're going to castrate him in the coming weeks. Carter Michael Dio. I told everybody there's a lot of horses I like on this list, a lot, as there should be. We got a wonderful crop of horses, but I don't know any of them that are, as I said the other day, optically pleasing. He is a beautiful trotter. You guys are going to be in for something when you see him go the next time we do a drone video. He couldn't go this time. He was sick, but man, what a gorgeous horse. I can't wait to get him back up and going in the coming weeks. Cash Deals. This was one of our first purchases of the year at one of the mixed sales in Ohio. An Ontario bred wheeling and dealing filly hiding out in a sale in Ohio. For whatever reason, I don't know, but she trots really nice. I saw her on the track yesterday and again today. Pretty happy with her. Chocolate for Lunch. Now, I told everybody the only problem with Chocolate for Lunch, she's got offset knees. Her brother did, and a number of other horses do. It's not something, it's really something you have to keep an eye on. It's not something that will necessarily be debilitating, but at the same time, you have to understand it's there. So this is virtually, you have the knee, so you have the arm that comes down, and theoretically, you'd have the knee right in the middle and then go right down to the ground, right? So it's supposed to go. These ones, the leg come down, a little bit offset. You can see it. You're looking at the horse, you're like, if you don't know what an offset knee looks like, your eyes will still catch it. You're like, something just doesn't look right there. And it's just that the knee is just a little bit offset. And as you can imagine, it can put a lot of stress on the knees. But she's not a big, giant filly. She's got a pretty clean gait otherwise. So she may be one of the ones where it just doesn't bother her a whole lot. I've seen that happen before. We'll see if it happens with this one. We won't know until we get deep into the late part of the game, so to speak, as we start getting closer to qualifying time, hopefully. If she stood up all through the rigors of training, it's a much better look. But hard to say yet. I wouldn't be too concerned about it. I'm personally not concerned about it at all, but it certainly needs to be said also. Columbus, I think if the Vegas lawmakers were here and they said, okay, who's going to be the best colt, who's going to be the best filly in Ohio for us, Columbus would be near the top of the class right now on the colt side. He is a very good looking colt. He does his work very well, very smoothly. So I'm really happy with what I've seen from Columbus. Coupe de Ville, a little sick today. I didn't get to see her on the track after her workouts under the video in Ohio this week, but I can tell you she good looking filly, very happy with her, and obviously goes without saying she is Globetrotting's sister. Cunning Connie, probably one of the most underwatched and maybe underappreciated horses so far in the stable. She is a really nice filly, does her work really well, and everybody that goes with her is always very happy with Cunning Connie. Cutie Cumber, this is the Chapter 7 full sister to Help Is On The Way. Really, really nice filly. Again, you can see her video yesterday. She trots really nice. Got a nice gait to her. She's going to turn into a nice filly, I hope, along the way. Depend On It was Wednesday in Ohio, and then left Wednesday afternoon with a number of the Ohio breds to go back to Ontario. He is now in Ontario, jogging nice. And Odeb tells me every day how much he loves this colt. He is a nice colt and does his work really well. Very excited for Depend On It. Dreaming On Credit, a little sick right now. This is the second time this guy was sick. We're going to put him on antibiotics, and I told him just to leave him alone until next Wednesday. Then we'll start pushing him a little harder. We're probably going to castrate this guy too. He's, just one of those horses. I don't think he needs to be a stud. So it's not that he has to be castrated, but I just don't think this particular horse needs to be a stud. So we are going to castrate him. Okay, Steve, how do you say Enzo's last name again? Aguelo? Aguayo? Enzo Aguayo was sick yesterday, so he couldn't go. But trots nice on the track, does all his work well. So John and I own the horse right now. Whether we offer up shares of him will be up to John and I. But for right now, Enzo Aguayo is a decent-looking Father Patrick colt. Does everything right. Also, I suspect he will become castrated at some point in the near future. Full Heart. I loved Full Heart from the first time I saw her. My only concern with Full Heart, will she touch a knee? And if she does, who cares? How hard does she touch it? Is it going to cause a problem? She looks straight, but when she comes off the ground, she does come very close to that knee. Is that a problem? Lots of horses do. I'm not that worried about it, but it is something I'm going to keep an eye on as we train her down. Very, very good looking filly, sharp head on her, and I can't wait to get her back and get her going here in Ontario. Gandalf the Black was good yesterday. Just, again, one of those horses you noticed. He was in the sets and he was weaving all over the place. Looked like a drunk driver on a road. He was all over the place. You just gotta get in groups. These horses gotta get in these group situations. Go back and look at every video we ever made. You're going to see the horses the first week or two, or 3 or 4, weave a little bit. They're not sure what they're supposed to do, and they're unsure of themselves. But once they get it, they got it. And they usually come forward in a big way. Beautiful gait on this horse. He always got his ears up. I like this horse very, very much. This is the Ridgeling that is now a gelding. We moved him as soon as we were done after the sale. He went right to the university, was castrated back. Horse is all healed up, fine now. He's gated up with hobbles on. He looks slick as a button. Very happy with Gandalf the Black. GJ's ATM was a very happy surprise. I was very surprised yesterday this horse looked this good. I liked him, but for him to look good and kind of stand out, to be honest, in a set full of horses from all different jurisdictions was impressive. And although we're not training yet, and this may change along the way, this horse was amongst some of the better ones yesterday, and I was very, very happy with GJ's ATM. High Enterprise, I think, goes without saying. I believe she was top of the food chain yesterday. 1 or 2 for sure, 3. But really, really nice filly. One I was really hoping for. This is a filly that I told you guys. I didn't just like her pedigree or video, but I fell in love with the filly herself when I saw her. And man, I can't be any happier than I am right now with High Enterprise. Hill Street Blues, you saw him bouncing around and being a goofball over in Northfield. But that's just him being a goofball. He was just playing around. And until these horses go fast and learn to go fast, it's hard for them, right? They're not racehorses. You just can't jump on and go. They have to learn to go fast, especially on their gait. And you could tell that Hill Street Blues wasn't even jogged fast, because as soon as we picked up any speed, he just got all out of sorts and rolled off. I'm certainly not worried about Hill Street Blues. He'll get it soon enough. Horn Player was great yesterday, continues to look good. This is a horse that a lot of people have been watching. This is Alarm Detector's sister, and she looked great yesterday. Lady All-Star, again, you can tell she's a little quirky, right? We, have that open bridle on her, no head check, just let her go and relax. We've kind of made a deal, her and I. I won't bug you, you don't bug me. You trot, behave, and you can wear whatever equipment you want. That's pretty much what we've done with Lady All-Star, but she looks great on the track. Landing strip was fantastic yesterday too. Really impressed with this colt. I don't have to keep droning on and on and on about this horse. He's a nice horse. He's Pinkman's brother. He looks very nice. Got a nice gait. End of story. Amy was wondering why Leaps and Bounds wasn't on one of my top lists yesterday. What's that? Yes, you were. You asked why. Because Amy loves Leaps and Bounds, and she's a nice filly. Both of them are. But Leaps and Bounds, you know, as I said to her, I said, if I'm sitting in my home somewhere else, I've never seen these horses, Leaps and Bounds look fine. But she wasn't flashy yesterday, nor did she have to be, but I suspect that will change in the near future. Lost Spirit, they have Demon written on his door. He is as big as Cruz. He's a tiny little horse. He's got the attitude of a devil, and he's got the mouth on him of a hippopotamus. He's really hard to steer, but he's number one on the castration list without a doubt. Lost Spirit, he's going to lose some spirit here real soon. Both of his testicles are coming off immediately. So Lost Spirit, who knows? Good looking horse. Pace is nice. Mind of his own, and man, he's strong for a little horse. Lost Spirit, Magical. Oh, I went by Nick's Go. Nick's Go, this is a horse that Mark Beck was sent here. I don't know how long him and Sir Bubbles will be here, but both of them look great on the track. Very happy with both of them. They got great attitudes. What are you doing, honey?
No, that name, I'm laughing at.
Sir Bubbles? Yeah. Here, kitty. Magical Tom. I keep talking about Magical Tom. I still can't believe the shares the horse left. I suspect if we get everything paid for and done well in Harrisburg and there's still shares there of them, I will buy them and I will not sell them back to you. How's that? Magical Tom looked great on the track yesterday. Very happy with this guy. Now, we do have a couple of new horses. I'm not talking about them. I'm not going to introduce them until I've decided that they're going to stay, and I like them. You are not to be named. Who's this one? More Than You Know. Which one's this one? Oh, More Than You Know and Mo Power Baby are Schaefer's horses. More Than You Know is a Heston Blue Chip colt who is in Easy. Is a Heston Blue Chip colt who is in Ohio right now. He'll be coming home soon. Just a little, he's got a great attitude. This horse, nice gait. Hasn't had the hobbles on yet, but man, I saw him go Wednesday. Jason really liked him. I like him too. He's got a great gait and a great attitude. Pretty hard. That's all you really need right now, right? At the start, great attitude, great work ethic, and a nice gait. Pretty hard to beat that. The other one that I thought was even more interesting was the Muscle Massive, the only Indiana bred we have right now, Mo Power Baby. She was a good-looking filly out of a mare by Sierra Cosmos. Any Sierra Cosmos mares, Steve?
They're old.
They're what?
A little old.
Yeah, a little old. But I'll tell you what, good-looking filly. She looks very, very nice on the track. Funny story I told them the other day. I was in the meadows and I had asked somebody if they would sell a horse. A really, really good-looking trotter. I thought he had a lot of upside. His name was Make Mine Cold or something like that. And man, what are you doing? Oh yeah. Where's the hand sanitizer? Just burn the face right off you. I told you guys the other day, it's not Make Mine Cold. It's something like that. Anyway, he raced against Walk on the Moon. He finished fourth when we were third with Walk on the Moon. Anyway, they didn't want to sell the horse, and I don't blame them. He's a good-looking horse. I look up this filly, Small World. She's a half-sister to the horse I was trying to buy last week. She is a Muscle Massive. Her name is Mo Power Baby, and she looks very, very good. Merchant Man, I know, kind of looked out of sorts yesterday. He was shaking his head and acting up. I had told Amy I really thought that this was the fastest horse thus far in the burn. When I went with him last week, I thought he could go lots. He felt like he could go a mile and 40, but he was acting up a little bit yesterday, and he looked okay. I'm certainly not worried about Merchant Man. I really, really like this horse, and I can't wait to see him go next time. My 1%, Percy, as they call him, he didn't go yesterday. Looks like he got cast in the stall, and he was a little pinchy on his left hind. Had him up to see the vet. Nothing was found. No concerns in any way, shape, or form. Saw him jog today on the track. He looked much better. He looked fine. So a clean bill of health, and he's okay now. Nothing But a Dreamer. I had mentioned to you guys in the video yesterday that I was concerned. Boggy hock right hind. Looked like maybe something shook loose in that hock. I had him x-rayed right after the drone sets. The vet was there. She had her x-ray machine. Completely fine, the hock. Looks like the joint capsule was just a little inflamed from, the start of him doing his work. So, Nothing But a Dreamer. Just get a set of hock sweats for him and keep putting the work into him. I'm sure he'll come back just fine. Old Check, just getting him broke now. This is a full brother to Miss Brampton Beast. Now, Miss Brampton Beast isn't going to wow anybody, but she did wow us training down as a yearling and a 2-year-old. We thought she was great. She had some decent races at 2, paced 54 as a 2-year-old, took a mark of 54 as a 3-year-old, and yes, it didn't work out well into her 4-year-old season. Another reason, actually, she helped form some of the current policies about selling horses and why we are, but at the same time, she didn't breathe the greatest at 2, right? She always had those hurdles she couldn't quite get over. And when it comes to Old Check, he doesn't remind me of her in any way, shape, or form like that. Smart, his ears are always up, he's always happy. He's not bully and crazy hot, he's just good looking on the track. Old Check, I like for all the reasons and all the shortcomings I saw in Miss Brampton Beast. I don't see any of them in this guy, at least the ones from the very first days. Maybe he'll form them, maybe they'll bubble up, maybe they'll show up later on. But I don't see them right now. This horse is a very, very interesting horse to me. His name is Old Check. Outlaw Jesse James, this was a horse dropped off to us. It's a big Jim filly. Looked good on the track with Mario. No concerns with her whatsoever. So we'll see how she trains down. Real Fear, another good looking horse. So probably going to castrate Real Fear only because he's a Fear of the Dragon and he certainly will not need those testicles. And I'd rather not deal with him if he does need to be castrated at some time. I would say this is more of a preemptive strike on his attitude. It's great. I'd like to keep it that way. So we're going to castrate Real Fear at some point. There's no rush with this guy. As I said, there's 10 horses on that castration list. He might be number 10. Rosie, I'm going to jump over this one. You guys are going to like this one. I'm not telling you, yeah, I will. Rito Legacy is a all bets off filly. You haven't seen her yet? She was in the barn for the first time yesterday. She was one of the horses during the broadcast. I said, I'm going to break a horse today. We just got it in last night. Curtis didn't end up videoing the horse. He did on his telephone, but not with the drone. This is an all bets off sister to a horse that we had, Rito Sunshine. Now, bit of a heartbreaking story there. He trained down. He looked great. A lot of clients had pieces of him. He didn't work out, and he had some issues with his ankles when he was 2 that really precipitated us selling him. But I'm going to make sure this filly doesn't have those, and I don't think she does. She is smart. In fact, I will go as far as to say, of all the horses we broke this year, this filly is by far the smartest one. By far. I like everything about her so far. I don't know much about All Bets Off. I'll give Rito Sunshine's family a pass because he did have some physical ailments when we went to go race him. But this filly here, Rito Legacy, my goodness, this is a beautiful, beautiful filly. Rosita's Dream, I'll be honest, I wouldn't say he disappointed me on Saturday. There's a lot of training that goes on between now and June and July of next year. But I do see some issues that we're going to have to work on with this guy. He was foraging a bit, so we're going to turn his shoes around up front for a little while, see if we can't help him out in that regard. I think we can fix him up real quick, but the fact that we have to, a little concerning. But again, you're going to see lots of little quirks with these horses. But my job isn't just to sugarcoat it. I'm going to give you the truth. There are a couple of horses that were a bit concerning, but not in the concerning way where, oh, we got to get rid of them. Just a concerning way with, hey, I want to go with that one horse that I'm about to talk about here in a minute. I want to go with that one for a few days to make sure they're all right. Maybe they're acting up, maybe they're being bad, or maybe they just need some shoeing changes. And I think the latter, the last one, Rosita's Dream, fits into. Now, Silent Assassin looked great, but if you watch the videos, kept pulling up and running out. You'll notice we have a Murphy blind on the outside of a lot of our horses to help try and keep them from doing that. Silent Assassin was just acting up a little bit, just normal baby stuff. But again, got to get him out of that habit, or her out of that habit. Silent Assassin, when she was trotting forward and behaving, looked like $1 million. Very happy with her, but probably going to put that Murphy blind on the outside of her. Sipping on My Shine looked great on the track. Got a real nice gait, this horse. I like everything about him. I liked him when I saw him back at Hickory Lane Farms. I had brought the video to you saying, I didn't know what he'd bring, but this was one of the nicer horses I saw at the farm that day. And he looks great on the track now. Very happy with Sipping on My Shine. Sir Strong, The only reason I even put a driving suit on today was to go with Sir Strong. Johnny said he was kicking at him yesterday. If you watch the videos, he was far back, but what you couldn't see was every time Johnny tried to pick at him, he'd like half kick at him. There was no kicking today. He worked very, very hard today. He was right into overtime today. Very happy when I saw this in Muscle Hill, Cole. You know, the first reaction for a horse like this would be, castrate him. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I hit him a smack with the whip once today, and he never acted up after that, and I was very happy with him. Sir Strong's got a nice gait, good-looking horse. This is a Muscle Hill second foal from a Donato Hanover mare. Very strong second and third dam laying in behind him. It's a very good-looking prospect for us. Sir Strong looked great today. Smoking Hot Irish Girl, can't say enough about her. Yes, his sister, and if you're going to judge them, at this time against each other, there really is no comparison. Yes, never looked like a good horse until he was a good horse. Smoking Hot Irish Girl looks like a good horse right now. Swinging Senorita, that was one of the biggest question marks for me. For the yearling sales. How would this horse look? I bought her because I thought she was underpriced. I liked the Uncle Peters. I liked everything about this filly. But how would she look on the track? That was answered on Wednesday. I thought she looked really, really big and strong on the track. Very happy with Swinging Senorita. Tactical Mounds look great. I don't think she was flashy, but when you see her on the track, take the time to go back and look at her on the track. She looked very, very nice. Great gait, very fluid, very happy with Tactical Mounds. Tailgate Buzz looked also looked awesome. Also, this is the brother to Taiwan On and Tipsy and Dixie. He looked very good on the track also. Twin Cedars All-Star. Beautiful horse, beautiful gait. Sick all week, yet went out on the track with his ears straight up and did his work. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful fluid gait on him. Pretty hard to be upset in any way, shape, or form with Twin Cedars All-Star. Una Madonna was awesome yesterday. If you would have said, how do you want her to look? Would have been right like that. Yesterday, she looked very, very good. Super happy with the tactical landings. Very happy with Una Madonna yesterday at Tomiko. Victor Cruz, all he did was really, every time I saw him, was pace in Ohio with no hobbles on. So, sure, he was a tiny colt that we had bought, very similar to Confederate Cruiser, Yankee Cruiser colt the year before. There's nothing wrong with that. He's affordably priced. Whatever he is. But I'm sure we'll have fun with Victor Cruz next year. War Weary is a giant. He was on the track, and Danny said, we were going on the track, and the guy said, hey, he's been a little sick all week. So Danny said, I just went easy with him. He said, man, he trots really, really nice. As he should, right? That's War Weary's brother by Cadabra. Watch It Boil, he shouldn't be on the list. That's Chris's horse. What a Mission was very, very good yesterday. Of all the Ohio breds, High Enterprise I thought was outstanding, but What a Mission looked very fluid. Everything was very perfect. The way he trotted, the way he did his work, how attentive he was. Top marks across the board for What a Mission. Whispering Song looked very good in Ohio. Again, she just needs to learn to go fast. That's it. There's nothing wrong. We'll have lots of time to teach her to go fast. She looked great in Ohio. And then, Wouldn't It Be Nice? Beautiful gait on this filly. Very, very nice gait. This is the He's Watching filly that we bought at the Winback sale. Just a great gait on her. Can't wait to get training her. She is slick as a button. Very happy with Wouldn't It Be Nice? So I believe that's it. I believe that's 51, 52. That's all the horses in our midst, minus one that I didn't tell you about. But we will talk about all of them in the coming weeks and months, hopefully favorably. For now, happy with everybody that went behind the gate. Everybody that went on the track and went the right way in the track in groups this week, both here, there, in Ontario, Canada, and in Ohio. So, that's the yearlings. We'll be back. We're going to talk with the 2-year-old, 3-year-olds. We'll be back in just a minute.